those are the heroes you can't afford to not have farm on the Kaipi squad. You need Sing Sing to be kind of explosive and get room for Bone 7, and you need Bone 7 to be able to deliver with that room, but suddenly Haste Rune Bat Rider, that's not fair.
Yes, he did. Nope, he got away from Bone 7 with the Tide Hunter. There is a Ravage, so they might think about committing to this. Nope, Cocoon got the cancel order, and now Haste and Joe will be running away. He is out of mana. He has one Boots charge left. The Purge hit him, so his haste is pretty much gone at this point. But Fluff and Stuff looking to wrap around for this one. The chickens, they're going to be poking away at the Bat Rider. He doesn't have a TP though, so he's stuck in enemy territory. Meanwhile, Ace going in for the Roshan. The Master Madness on that Ursa Warrior looking to push this in. Now Bone 7 getting caught out the guts, so is it going to be enough? Yep, no, it's not going to be. And Bone 7 will actually dive in. A little bit greedy on this one. The Ravage going to hit. It's almost going to hit the Ursa and the Roach Pit, but it's not going to be the case. They will blow Ravage for a kill on that Bat Rider. Meanwhile, the top lane getting killed there by Ojo Magi. Sexy Fanboy tried to eke out XP and he has himself punished. But Ace secures himself a very stealthy Roshan.
Rise.
Big kill there, Rise. And took that one out.
Almost
out of mana is the Oracle, so let's see if the Ursa can reach him. So early Master Madness here for Ursa. See if that backfires. It can, but with the ultimate, you can off-put some of that vulnerability with your Enrage. We'll see if it is going to end up punishing him though, because it's going to amp up the amount of hurt he takes from Purify Flames, and we'll have that damage from Bone 7 coming in once he hits level 6 as well. There's a lot of points in Frost Arrow, so it could potentially hurt him a lot. Until he gets
but given how the start has been for Ace, like he's been doing so well, getting CS, getting the free Roshan, the tower on top lane as well, going for kind of a risky item like Mask of Madness just has so much potential payoff that I don't think I could fault him for this pick. Like, you're ahead, you get the Mask of Madness, and you pretty much stay ahead. That exchange for Imperial was so freaking good. They put out the Ravage, lose the Bat Rider. Those are their losses. They gain cover for the Ursa to solo Roche, so he's going to get experience and gold for that. They kill off top lane tier 1 and the Tusk, and now they don't have to worry about Ravage for another minute. So that exchange was just absolutely amazing, and if Joe is able to clear out these stacks, he'll have a Blink Dagger. Then Mask of Madness gets so much safer because you just maul down the lassoed target with the Blink Initiation. This is really not looking good for Kaipi.
And all that while your Brood Mother is going to be taking towers. It's a really nice lineup. I like how they say, we're coming at you with Brood Draft. Be ready. And the Kaipi just feel not ready. So mostly how they do. There's the ball in. They're just killing off the spiders. Now getting surrounded in a sexy Bamboo. Regrets his position, but now Stormspring comes into the heads. Yes, they do. Baby Knight baited in to a horrible position. Purified route 2, and now Noya might be in trouble as well. There, gosh, spit in his face. Nope, not gonna happen there. When Sing Sing getting some much needed revenge there in the middle lane there. Getting punished for too long, and finally getting that kill. Meanwhile, Imperial Ace diving the Drow Rangers. They're gonna be a TP. No, there will not. So Ursa getting that Mask of Madness action going on to the Drow there. Nothing much she can really do. Her legs not the longest, and no threats, so move speed not up there as well. So face boost Mask of Madness Ursa walks her down even with Gusts.
Yeah, that's just a disgusting move speed differential between those two heroes. You have Sing Sing looking at Rise.
Yeah.
Sing Sing at half mana,
there
Soul Ring.
Drop, so it's gonna be really tough to kill him. And
Rise is in like the middle of nowhere, but still he's not gonna go for it.
Okay, Power Rangers going mid. Look at them. All beaming in.
Avengers assemble.
Alright.
And the Blink Dagger on Bat. That's why they're doing this. Get the Blink, look for a tower.
I think Fluff is dead.
Textbook plays.
Okay, Fluff is running into the trees there. So it's got to be a blind blink. Sexy Bamboo has the bailout option as well. Fluff and Stuff getting caught out right away. There is no force stop though, so we will not be able to get in time. There's your Rabbit. It's going to land on 2 of them. The Static Storm comes down and slowly shuts down the Kaipi squad. Fluff and Stuff is unable to bail out for now. He will go down eventually. A good gust from the high ground will stop them in their tracks. But how much good can they do? Baby Knight is still running down the watermelon, but nice shots and stops him. The Sexy Bamboo Tusker will lock them down, and a Purge come out from the Oracle with a buyback. Now Ursa already lost his Aegis, and now the Watermelon is still trying to run away. The shots are going to block out the Brood Mother, but she just walks right over them. So overall, I would say that wasn't too bad for Kaipi. They forced a buyback for the Oracle, but that felt like a stupidly long dive and a blind blink there by the Bat Rider, getting shut down instantly by Bambo's punch and a snowball. Made it really hard for them because he didn't have a Force Staff to immediately pull the Oracle out. He bought so much time with that false promise, and in the end, they ended up diving for more than they could chew. So it's four heroes down if you include the Aegis. Oh no, that's the Bambo, the shoot down, the punch comes out. Almost gets out of there, but the little baby spiders munch away at him. This is a stubborn nightmare. He jumps in though. Meanwhile, Sing Sing picks up the Ogre Magi, the person that's been bullying him all the time there during the early stages of the game. Root Mother beating a lot of kills over to the Tidehunter. He's gonna enjoy this.
And that's a pretty darn good exchange for Kaipi, but they did have to use Ravage for that. Now that they don't have it, it's once again a pretty big opening for Imperial to keep pushing the issue. They have another lasso, there's a lower cooldown than that of the Tidehunter, and they're still just going to keep pounding into this tower. The Drow Ranger isn't really getting a hell of a lot of these exchanges. That is a problem. Oh, speaking of that Drow Ranger, that's not good.
Yeah, Bone 7 has not had the best game. They're gonna pull in the Baby Knight, the silence comes out once again. Shimanto not going to be restricted by a kinetic shield. Sing Sing coming in. He does have quite a bit of DPS on him. He'll be pummeling at the heroes here, Bluff and stuff, taking a lot of damage, gonna be healing himself. Now Ace does have the blink that guy finds Oracle, the Pud comes out, tries to lock him down, but it needs a little bit of channeling time for that to take proper effect. And Ace 2-0 on the Ursa, and I still gotta commend Sing Sing though. He has had no deaths yet, so.
I mean, that's
in the middle
making the best out of a
madness.
really shitty situation.
Yeah, in the middle of all this madness, he has not died yet, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said from that. But still, for Kaipi, this is the period in the game where they're not supposed to be the ones fighting under their own tier 1s. They are handling these fights rather well, but the end result in net worth is apparent. Like, look at Ace, he's on top by a disgusting amount. Baby Knight not too far behind him. Hesta Joe's not too far behind him. So even though they are feeding over maybe a little bit more in the way of spiderlings than they would really like, they're still taking objectives. They're still taking these kills, and they're in general taking slightly better trades than that of Kaipi just by constantly pushing the issue. Yeah. And they're going to keep doing it by going now towards the bottom lane. Like, Kaipi needs some time to farm up this Drow. She's not going to be effective if she's not able to get up items, and there's no time to farm.
No Dragonlance, no treads. Bone 7's been having a rough game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But you know your Drow Ranger's having a tough game when he's going for Poor Man's Shield.
Yeah.
Just to try and
it's
get the spiders off his back. But
yeah, it's a spiderling move, or anti-spiderling move rather. But like, can they defend this bottom lane? Like, look at these observer wards. If anyone comes near, there's a Bat Rider waiting for them.
Yeah. Still, you shouldn't count them out just yet. Boots has that mechanism, so I think he's that one guy that's been benefiting from this whole brute pandemic. Just farming those big stacks of creeps. I mean, if you look at the CS, he's got a normally high 89. But top 3 networks are still in favor of the Radiant, so if there's any indication, it's definitely that. 6,000 gold in favor of the Radiant right now. They've gotten all the towers on the outer rim. They're going for the tier 2 in the bottom. And Kaipi are just forced to their own corner of the map. They don't want to take any risks. They don't want to be separated in the event of a Bat Rider attack. And still killing out spiders. Bambo getting some nice farm there.
I mean, you just like look at the situation. Imperial aren't really doing anything except for slightly pushing mid lane while they're losing the entirety of bottom lane. They smoke up, and it looks like Imperial are keen to this. They're all just gonna leave. They take a free tier 1 tower, bring the tier 2 down to half. Another massive movement from Kaipi needs to get them at least something. Find the Bat Rider. He's probably gonna die here, but that's a kill. Maybe they get 8
away. Is there gonna be a Ravage? Yes, there will be. Mill out, the Gust as well, locks the Ursa in place, and that was the kill they're looking for. This tier 1's down, and Sexy Bambo, as well as Tuska's good response, Tidehunter's good response will save Bone 7 for once. He'll get a kill in this game, and it was a sweet kill as well. The tier 1 tower will collapse, and Kaipi getting things. Well, I would say locks are down, but it's still far from that one, but it's a good kill nonetheless. They have finally taken the lead in terms of kills. Baby Knight though, inching closer to that Orchid already. I think it's flying out to him if I'm not wrong.
Those are the type of moves that XP need. Like, I was gonna say 5-man smoke to get 1 kill after having, like, not farmed for the past 2 minutes. That's not good. But, you know, getting the Ursa killed off, getting the Batrider killed off, those are some pretty high-profile kills. Plus, they get the tower, and all that is just gold in the bank of Bone 7. A couple more of those happen here to Kaipi, but that is again Ravage down, so Imperial now have a little bit of freedom to wander around the enemy jungle. Like, Baby Knight is making this place his own.
I think one of the biggest item pickups they can pick up now is a Crimson Guard, but I'm not even sure who's gonna build it. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, we have a small leader from Imperial.
Yeah.
Sing Sing, they're getting left up there. Silence though, but the immediate build out from the Oracle. So Sing Sing will be able to make the counter play here, maybe. He's jumping in, he's taking quite a bad bit of damage, but he won't heal up. So the Batrider is down. They're absorbing so much damage now. This army from the Oracle making the play as well as the Anchor Smash. Meanwhile, Baby Knight, so much damage to Fluff and stuff. Yeah, picking it off with his fighter, now Sing Sing out of mana, and he gets destroyed as well as a full team wipe. All of a sudden, Imperial takes all the lives in Kaipi, and even with a quick response there from the Oracle, unable to swing that fight around. Just too much havoc in the fight, and Baby Knight walked all over them. Triple kill.
Yeah, and that's like just the fact that they don't have Ravage there, so Imperial are able to make that fight for free. They, even with Ravage, don't have the best way of killing off those spiderlings, and at the same time they have to handle a Mask of Madness Ursa. They focus fire onto the Batrider, who already used his lasso, so Kaipi already kind of have their eyes set on the wrong target from the get-go, and they couldn't even kill him off quickly. He lived through a lot of that, and got so many extra stacks of napalm, got another flame break in on there before he was supposed to die, so another just slaughter in the favor of the Imperial squad, and now it's gonna be more items coming up for them. That Orchid for the Broodmother. Blink Dagger looks like Force Staff maybe coming up on this Batrider with another Roche available soon. And they have a Basher on the Ursa, so if Ace gets lucky, he can solo kill Sing Sing. Not much of an issue. Kaipi in the meantime have Mechanism, and well, that's it. They actually have a Dragon Lance on Drow. That's not bad, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's nothing compared to what Imperial has.
Considerably with the Strength Threads and the Dragon Lance, but nothing's too tanky for us as he just eats it all up with that Mask of Madness on him as well. It's a really scary board, especially if you get busted bash, which is very often with Ursa. I mean, with Ursa, you're almost guaranteed to get bashed because he hits you so fast. So, it's not more...
You get like 3 shots for it.
Yeah, you have like 6 overpower hits and bash is a 25% chance. So you can't really blame RNG there. But more often than not, it's a first to bash, so I'm mad.
But also, it's just is a build up for Abyssal Blade, so you could just make it so that RNG isn't a factor and just blink, stun, or Storm Spirit and force Fluff and stuff to either False Promise or lose the Storm Spirit. And if he False Promises whoever is overwhelmed by the Abyssal Blade, then he doesn't obviously have that for the Batrider Lasso. It seems like they may need more Oracle ultimates in the game, but of course can't do that. So yeah, it's a straight push up towards mid. This is pretty bold by Imperial because they know the enemy side has Ravage, but the enemy team Kaipi are coming in a little bit late. Why are they not coming back? They're losing their mid lane.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I think Tide needs a Crimson Guard. Crimson Guard will output so much of the spider damage, and ooh, Batrider could be finding a Bone 7 here if he is lucky, but it's nighttime, it's blind. And yeah, the players are all around the place here.
Well, they got Tide.
He's their Ravage. If they get him now, they could be winning this fight right off the bat. Aces. Oh no. Now he's in trouble there. There's going to be a bailout here for the Tide Hunter, so they're going to pile on him. There's going to be a Ravage though. They're right in the middle of him. They will get the Ursa. And now the Tide Hunter still doesn't blow up. He's doing a lot of damage, and the Ursa already out for the count. That's what happens when you mark your Madness. Bone 7 going to get caught out. There's no bailout for him. It was used on the Tide. Ace Joe trying to shut down Sexy Man. Goes for the Ghost Scepter. Keeps himself alive. Sing Sing piling on. This Batrider, will he get the kill? Yes, he will. Noya now bashing away. Sing Sing is low on health. Yes, be careful here. All get cooldown. 7 seconds. Baby Knight punching on the watermelon, doing no damage on him. Now healing up. The Tide Hunter, he's anchored smash is keeping him alive. Baby Knight just going question mark. What the hell is this watermelon? I want to get some fruit. Is he gonna be able to kill it? Storm Sprint. Gotta get that kill. He pops the ultimate. Life heal up. Sing very low now. Holds in the Baby Knight. Gets stunned by the Ogre Magi. Dropping low. Will there be a stun? The Storm Spirit doing enough damage. Yes, he will stick. Not enough. And he will get popped out. A ultra kill for the Brood Mother, the shield just too much there for Sing to deal with. But the Drow Ranger coming back in time to shut down the Ogre. And Baby Knight, a little bit more to kill him off. About 58 points, so he will get away with an ultra kill. Baby Knight Brood Mother.
But Ace is coming back.
He was. And yeah, Ace is having died at the start there, now going to go for a Roshan. Will they see this coming though, is the question. Nope, he will not be that.
Well, that was a mess. I'm not sure how Tidehunter of all heroes was the one to leave that fight at full HP.
Yeah, he
so,
Oracle
Oracle
dying, and then Oracle saved him. And
Oracle,
double damage.
Kraken Shell, Anchor Smash, Mechanism, 14 armor, taking literally no damage from Broodmother. Seems pretty balanced, but Tidehunter surviving is not what Kaipi want. Bone 7 gets absolutely no gold out of that, except for that last kill on the Ogre Magi. So yeah, I guess you can call that an even fight numerically, but as far as who wins, it's Baby Knight who wins. He gets all the kills, he gets all the experience, he gets all the gold, and everyone else, they kind of have to fight over the rest of the scraps. So the way that fight went down of who survived, who died, it's Kaipi to lose that fight, and now they have to fight again. Ravage in 20, but
yeah.
they can't afford to let this Roche go.
That's how long that fight took, and so far they've been shutting down the double damage that ended here for the Ursa, and they have constant scouting the Bamboo. They lock in the Ursa, so he has some one-on-one time with Roshan. Roshan's gonna bash him, Constant's gonna be pretty mad about that one, but Ravage is cooling down in 3 seconds. This could be a hugely bad fight for them if they're not careful. I think they might have underestimated the Ravage cooldown. Now they're going in, they're Ravage in, Ursa flicks right into the tentacle, but BKB Baby Knight is just unstoppable right now. Rune's taking so much damage from this. Baby Knight's beyond godlike, and Bone 7 once again in the middle of the stuff. When Fluff and Stuff brought down here, the Oracle brought to his knees. Sing silenced up by the Orchid, gets brought down, triple kill. Baby Knight is on a tear here. Sexy Mambo, the last guy alive. Kaipi, I feel like they might actually be out of this one with this lost fight. Aces get a double kill, and they know that there is no point going for the Roshan now. 5 years dead. Let's go for base maybe.
That is an incredible amount of Mask of Madness value right there. Like, not only offensively, but just like lifesteal wise, Ace was able to gain hundreds of health back from this Mask of Madness, and that was even with them using the Ravage on the Brood, on the Ursa. Like, those are the 2 heroes you actually want to Ravage, but the problem is that they don't really have any significant amount of damage afterwards if they're not able to burst those targets down. They both survive through due in no small part to Rise using the Static Storm from the Roche pit. So Imperial, they have just 2 mega farmed heroes, and IP are struggling to answer them, and will continue to struggle because now we have an Aegis. Ursa just spent, I think, a lot of his gold on something. Oh my god, the Courier is loaded. Mechanisms coming out, we got some BKB components for the Ursa. Yeah, the game's not getting any easier for Kaipi anytime soon. Even though they do have a Bloodstone on Sing Sing, I don't see him getting many Bloodstone charges in this game.
The main problem with that fight was Fluff and Stuff, and Tide didn't have the communication proper, because the Ursa jumped in to the Ravage. He got hit by the Ravage, but at the same time, the Oracle used Fate's Edict on him, so he was immune to all magic damage, so Storm couldn't burst him, Oracle couldn't burst him, none of that damage did apply to him, so he pretty much left that Ravage with full health, so kind of a small miscommunication. There's no point putting Fate's Edict on him. I think he just wanted to debuff the Ursa so that he didn't attack, but he was hit by the Ravage, so during that stun time, he was Fate's Edicted, so immune to magic. It's kind of sad. I think could have had a huge fight there because they got to jump on the Brood.
Well, now the items are actually going to be picked up by Imperial. Kaipi will have Ravage and whatnot next time. Noya is going to get caught by Sing Sing and should be brought down here, so maybe not.
Should. There's a snowball, damn, they will get him. So, yep, they go in, and Fluff and Stuff is going to pay him. Sing Sing, though, I don't think he survives this bomb. Oh, he does. He will heal up, and he's out of mana now. Tidehunter is ready. There's a glimpse back here, Sexy Bambo. Does he have Snowball? He does not. So he will be brought down here. He goes center, will buy a little bit of time. That should not be the
Kill some spiders? Nope.
Last show of Defiance. And just brought down Ursa. Still has that Aegis waving in the Kaipi base. I'm not sure what.
At least they still have Ravage.
Yeah, they have Ravage.
The Drow Ranger, like, her total amount of relevant farm is Dragonlance. Everything else is just useless. Staff of Wizardry is literally useless for the Drow Ranger. Even when it's built up, I'm not really sure if it's going to get enough value. So this is the problem here for Kaipi, is that their Drow Ranger is getting cracked on every single fight. She's not getting anything. And everyone else on Kaipi, at least they're surviving. Like, the Tidehunter actually has quite a decent amount. Storm Spirit as well, finding his farm, but those are not the heroes you need to have farm. They're not the heroes that are doing the damage. Tidehunter especially, like, Blink Ravage is great and everything, but he's not actually going to be killing anyone on the Imperial side. Storm Spirit by himself can't kill anyone on the Imperial side, especially if he doesn't have the precision aura damage. And that's so easy to kill off for Imperial, so Kaipi are losing pretty much everything. They have to bank on literally the perfect fight. 5-man Ravage or bust at this point.
5-man Ravage. Or they get the Brood Mother and kill that Beyond Godlike streak off. 4.7, ideally. He's going for Aghanim Scepter. Wow, not Hurricane Pike. I think it's a Hail Mary play. Go all in. Mjolnir. Going for 4 Drow build.
Yeah, we in this game we have Drow Ranger trying to go for Ags while Broodmother has a completed Bloodthorn. That's all you have to say, right?
Optimism, come on, get some optimism here. The thing about Bloodthorn is it's not only the fact that it does a huge amount of damage, it's the fact that it's a really low cooldown. Oh, Sexy Bamboo getting pulled down to the bottom there, and the Rex is just off it at this point. And the baby
they're pushing top.
Punching away, top lane, Road 7! And I hear Leftover as well. They get full flop and stuff. The lifesaver of this team. The Rabbit will come. It will pretty much just dodge all the kills. It will have Mad Rider reinforced. Everything gets stun right away. Is there going to be a Bloodthorn though? Maybe Knight does not have an ultimate for now. The Ursa loses his agent. This could be the time. Sexy Bamboo walk back into the game. Maybe Knight running away. He doesn't have Bloodthorn for now. The Gold Scepter still kiting him. Sing Sing, he fights back into the game. Maybe he zips forward. I think he's seeing a huge zip here. Looking for Baby Knight. The Beyond Godlike Streak will be huge now. The Tidehunter takes it. Not the best one given to him. Sing Sing now gonna get caught out. He's gonna lose his death. He's gonna die again though. His buyback already used, so it's a dieback for him. Sexy Bamboo making space against Ursa, trying his best to find time. The gem is now on the ground, and the 3 heroes surviving. And Bone 7 calls GG. I think he's really frustrated with this game at this point. And well, they tap out at game number 1 after a long contest of fighting around cooldown and trying to beat the spider off the table. It's been a rough game.
Yeah, their lineup was, I mean, it was the Broodmother that they just didn't really build around on the Kaipi side enough. They kind of got caught off guard by the Earth.